Thanks for agreeing to be interviewed. So the idea really behind this is people might not have heard of bioresonance, and if they have heard of it, they'll think, well, maybe it doesn't work. If it did work, then it'd be available on the NHS. So really, I'm just curious to know about what you knew about bioresonance before you started to have any treatment, why you had treatment, and what the results were.
I'd heard about bioresonance. We'd taken my daughter for some bioresonance treatment at one stage, and I've got a few friends that have had various difficulties, various things treated with bioresonance with positive results, which were confirmed by their medical examiners. So I felt, because it seems to work very well for people who've got long-standing problems, I've got a long-standing dental problem, so I thought we'd give that a try.
How long did you have this problem, and what was it?
I think it's called periodontitis or periodontal issue anyway, but it's pockets below the actual teeth where bacteria's got down and started to attack the bone, so you can't really do anything about it with oral hygiene. My dentist said my oral hygiene was very good, but this was out of my control. It was a new dentist I'd gone to when I'd moved area, and she felt this had been present for several years and not picked up. So it was treated with regular hygienist treatments every 3 months, which was deep cleaning, some antibiotic treatment, and it just seemed to be an ongoing battle really. There were quite significant pockets, there was damage. So the key really was to try and just contain it, get rid of the bacteria, and do everything, cut sugars out where possible, all these kind of things, to try and keep that bacteria back. So from my knowledge that I'd picked up on bioresonance, the fact that you're going straight for the bacteria, obviously the root cause, rather than waiting for something to work its way around the system, it seemed like a sensible option to try targeting the actual gums themselves.
So what was the first bioresonance treatment like?
It was fine. It just involved a probe, which I was given myself to operate. The idea normally would be to focus on the area where the problem was, but I've got across both jaws, there were quite a few pockets. So we took the option to actually just slowly just move this probe around. So it was all external, obviously. It had to be against my gum, but there was no invasive treatment, no pain, no pinpricks or anything. It was just about 20 minutes, I think, of just gently passing this over my gum.
So you didn't feel anything while you were having the treatment?
Not at all, no.
And then how did you know if it was working or not?
The only way to know really, because obviously I'd got this other regime of treatment going on, so things like bleeding gums had stopped, we've managed to conquer that. I was taking something called Peridontal, which has recently become available on the NHS. It's actually a very low dose of something that's used for treating malaria. So it's not strong enough to act as an antibiotic, but what it does is inhibits the enzymes in your gum, which actually promote holes opening up so the body can attack the bacteria itself. So after the bioresonance, I stopped taking those because I'd also been recommended to use coconut oil as a daily treatment as well, and that works best with the enzyme, so obviously there'd be a conflict.
Right.
So when I went back to the dentist, I think I had the treatment round about the October, went back to the dentist in late January, early February time, and I mentioned what had happened. Are you still taking the Peridontal? No, I'm not. Ooh, raised eyebrows, and I just mentioned what was going on, and they did the usual measurements, and were quite amazed really that not only had the problem not progressed any further, but in fact the gums were repairing, and the comment I got when I left last visit was it's minimal pocketing, and we were talking about 6 to 8 millimetre pockets at the beginning. So the dentist said to me, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. So bioresonance and the coconut oil together, but I do feel it was the bioresonant treatment actually attacking that bacteria specifically that was key to it. It just makes sense.
Yeah, good. I know you're aware that it does many other things as well, so I'm sure you're excited about discovering bioresonance then.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as I say, I've got friends that have had long-term illnesses, spent months, perhaps even years trying to find going through one test and another test, different drugs, trying to find out what's behind the problem. And bioresonance has definitely helped them in identifying it, because when they've gone back for their next set of tests, they found that things have actually moved forward, which has been great. And also with my daughter as well, we've had she's 10 years old, but over the last couple of years she's been having some treatments as well, which have been effective for really some sort of behavioural issues, which have been linked to processes in our autoimmune system.
Right.
And those have been picked up, and it's very difficult to actually home in on anything like that externally, because it's all down to psychologies and questioning parents and teachers and so forth about behaviour, whereas bioresonance actually looks to see if there's anything going on in the system which can be addressed.
Great, lovely. Well, thanks Tim, and hope you continue to make recovery and progress.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.